I'm Dark Side Phil.
Wake me up inside. Wake up. Wake me up inside.
They did disagreements. They felt they didn't want to mod anymore, you know, and that's fine. Moderation is a option, not optional, but a voluntary thing is what I meant to say. And if at any time, you know, mod feels, oh, I can't live up to my duties, or I don't think I want to do this anymore, they can. In particular, I can tell you, being very frank, Swaggins, basically since January, has had issues with me, because during my Resident Evil 2 playthrough, at the end of the playthrough, he screwed up and said the wrong thing in stream chat. And then he tried to copy and paste the thing he said wrong multiple times as evidence like he didn't. Basically, he was telling me to fight the final boss in an incorrect way that didn't work. And I got frustrated because I was trying to beat the game within a certain time frame that I had to beat it. And I would have appreciated no advice than bad advice. And he didn't like the fact that I called him out on stream for it. But he never really spoke directly to me about it. Then
oh, fuck no. Get this succubus out of here right now.
As you know, Sekiro came out, and he is a humongous, ginormous, ultimate fan of Sekiro and From Software in general. And he loves the game, he loves the combat, he loves everything about it, and I don't. You know, I like a lot of stuff about Sekiro, but I prefer Dark Souls combat. I've basically criticized the game a lot of times during the game. You have I hate to say it, you have so, like, little worth to your life that you feel that, like, you need to play the hardest game known, so that when you beat it, you can be like, I beat the hardest game, I got the biggest E-dick. Look at me, I got a really small fucking penis. Look at me, I got a small dick, look at me. I don't care about that shit at all. I want to play a fun game. And so far, this is not fun. This isn't fun. It's work. That's what they made it. The game is work. It's not fun, it's work. And even though I would admit sometimes I'm over the top with my criticisms and I end up kind of being unfair, I completely agree. I know that when I get angry, I get unfair. I believe that I've had a lot of valid criticisms. All right, a lot of valid criticisms of Sekiro. Some things that I've had on screen. Cameras getting locked in a corner, can't see shit. According to Swaggins, none of those are valid. It's just because I suck, which is stupidity. I mean, I have it on camera, these things happening, and most people would admit the game's not perfect, but for some reason, he just would not. He just basically said everything I said wrong about the game, you know, was because I suck at the game or whatever. Then later on, he rolled back on that and said, oh, no, I didn't mean, that's not true. To which case, you know, I said some extreme things about him, too, and basically said he's an ultimate fanboy of From Software, and he won't, you know, he won't listen to anything that I say about the game. Basically, we went back and forth, right? But it was all public. This is the thing. This is all stuff that happened on streams, during gameplay streams.
Whoa! We got a headshot on.
Then he disappears. And hasn't been here for like 2 weeks, and says nothing. So you tell me, and then all of a sudden, in stream chat, stream chat, actually, it was moderated chat earlier today, I said, you know, I'd like to know what's going on with Swaggins, considering the guy's been MIA, and you got people, you know, talking about rumors and stuff in the stream chat about where is he or whatever. I can't answer it. I don't know where the hell he is. And basically, he came back and said exactly what I said. That since January, since the Resident Evil 2 thing, and now the Sekiro thing, and all the drama, he's had enough. So, okay, fine, bye.
Thanks for the money, dummy.
Oh, well, I guess that's it. You know, it was your choice. You never had the mod to begin with, and, you know, you decide that it's enough, it's enough. Goodbye. Good luck. Okay. So then moving on, you know,
Only sucker works a 9-to-5 job.
Lord Lamb, basically, I guess doesn't believe me when it comes to my story about my trip. And he basically says if I don't feel that I have, you know, faith in someone, I don't want to moderate for them. And I said, I actually respect that. Goodbye. I respect that, you know. So there you go. Lord Lamb apparently thinks I'm a liar or something when it comes to what I'm telling you guys about my trip to Connecticut. If he absolutely does not believe in me, then he should not be a moderator. He's right. And so I actually 100% respect the way he went about it. Basically just said, you know, I don't want to be a mod anymore. I said, okay. And that was it. That was pretty easy, right? So there you go. And there's your answer. Pretty simple, right? If people could just be nice to me for a change. And that's the thing, you know, moderators are moderators. They're not here to get a paycheck. This isn't their job. They're doing it out of their own volition. And, you know, it's if they feel that it's gotten to a point where they're not having fun anymore, right? Then they have the right to say, okay, you know, I'm out of here. And that's fine. In fact, I'm happy now that we got resolution because the Swaggins thing, he hasn't been around for weeks moderating at all. So no one knew what the hell was going on with this guy. And now we got an answer, and that's good. That's fine. It's fine to know what's happening. Okay? Oh my god, I'm a complete idiot. King of Golf HD cheered. He says, your camera humping a wall and getting stuck on bosses is pretty easy to see. It's hard to say it's not a valid criticism of Sekiro. And, you know, it's something that's always been a problem with From Software games. But that's the thing. I say that, and then someone like Swaggins would say, well, no, that's not a problem. That's something to overcome, and you need to adjust to it, and you need to... Like, no. Sorry, it's a problem. It's stupid. If I die to a boss, that's legit. If I die to my own stupidity in gameplay, that's legit. If I die to a camera stuck on the boss of the wall, that's a flaw of the game. Lazy bums! And you shouldn't have to find some kind of a workaround for the problem with the camera. And it's funny because the other day we were actually all in here when I was playing Sekiro brainstorming stuff. We were like, wow, what if the camera panned out or had a top-down view in situations like that where it could go through the wall, you could see some transparency. So at least you could see where you are and what you're doing, not that you get crunched against a wall where you can't see where you're moving. And the next thing you know, the camera's completely stuck and you're screwed, right? So if we could sit here and brainstorm solutions, then obviously there's a problem to solve.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
I'm just saying. So, there you go. 300 bits. And he says, the people that don't believe you are really biased and irrational. It's that simple. I mean, here's the deal. Thanks for the money, stupid fuck. If you were someone who watched my content, and I went on this trip, and then I announced that I got married during the trip, and your initial reaction is, wow, he scammed people, you probably shouldn't watch me anymore. I'm just saying, like, why were you watching in the first place? You know what I mean? Like, if that's the kind of person you think I am, I've been around for over 10 years doing this as content creator, and I'm pretty sure that with getting older, I am, and I'm almost 28 in a couple of days. Sure, we all are. I'll be honest. Like, I'm a stubborn person. My mom is insanely stubborn. She believes that what she thinks is right and is wrong. You know, my mom did not agree with me leaving Connecticut at all. She wanted me to stay in Connecticut my whole life. Even though I told her a million reasons why I didn't want to leave. I had to get out of there. I hated it, and it was too expensive.
You're a dumbass.
Like a million reasons why I wanted to get out. She always wanted me, you know, to stay with her. Well, with my parents, so that they could be close by or whatever. I told them a million times, then move with me. Move with me to a better place. Get out of the ghetto that you live in. You can't be there your whole life. You can't be in a situation where you go outside, you could get shot. You know, but they don't listen. You know, they don't listen. They're set in their ways, and they do what they want. I told you to buy the figure. Why don't you listen to me? So basically, it started off the conversation was that my mom wanted to pay for Kat and I to go on a honeymoon. All right. And there were no specific discussions about any of that. Or like where would it be or whatever. But basically, I told my mom, I said, like, I appreciate that. That's amazing. And quite frankly, I doubt Kat and I will ever be able to go on a honeymoon together. I don't have money to do it. 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 I don't have money to Just being very honest, at this point, unless I get myself out of the financial rut I'm in, there was no way that I would be able to go. But I told her, I mean, being straight up honest with you, and this is Kat and I had talked about this previously, it's a no-go. We can't go on a honeymoon. I'm in a situation where I can't take time away from work. Already this week that I was away for, just it up like fucking noodles, like, hype. Oh, ooh, I gotta eat it. Eat the hype. Oh, and the incredible amount of games, new games that I'll be buying. Just in particular, this week coming up, I'm buying 3 games. The week after, I'm buying at least 1, if not 2 games. The week after, I'm buying at least 1, if not 2 games. The week after, I'm buying at least 1, if not 2 games. And then the final week, I think I'm buying 2 games. So, as you can see, I need the funds that normally I get every month in order to afford this stuff. And I'm not in a financially feasible situation where I could take time away from work in a significant amount of time anytime soon. We're talking years now, probably before I'll be in a better financial position where maybe I could do that. Greed is massively strong. So I told her straight up front, I said, not possible. Honeymoon can't, if you could promise us this, and I probably will never be able to take it, okay? But you know my financial situation. The situation is pretty dire. If I can't raise a lot of money between now and April, I'm pretty much faced with no other option but to sell this house. And basically, I told her about everything that's been going on here over the last few weeks. how I'd been doing multiple marathon streams, how much money I had raised, and based off of what my tax guy had told me, here's what's left. And then, by the way, I'm a loser. The tax guy is going to bill me this much for doing my taxes. He's going to bill me this much to try to get me on the payment plan. I basically gave her all the financials of everything. All right? And, you know, sitting there having this honest conversation, my mom said, well, here's the deal.
Time to grow the fuck up.
She's like, I need you to commit to a fact that you're going to do some life changes in the short term and the long term. Because you can't keep going like this. She looked at me and she's like, you're happy, but I can tell that you're running yourself ragged. I can tell that you are working yourself to the bone.
You serious?
Cat as well. And, you know, every time I call you or every time we talk on the weekends, you tell me about how the whole week is work. You never tell me that you get to spend time with Cat because you don't, right? And this is not the life that you're going to be able to live for your whole life. She's like, what are you going to do, you know, when you're 50, 60 years old and you think people are going to still want to tune into your stream all day long? I mean, yeah, maybe I could still do like a part-time stream, but no, who's going to want to sit watching a 60-year-old guy play video games all day, right?
Wake me up inside. Wake me up inside.
How are you going to, you can't. She's like, you've worked yourself to your limits. You can't keep going the way you're going. If you keep doing it, you're gonna have health problems. She says, look at us. Look at your father and me. You know, we are at 60 years old and are having these health problems where we could go in any day. Who pays the taxes? So essentially, we had this very long and important conversation. Okay, and where it ended up was a few things. The first is I realized, guys, I can't do this forever. I know that. And by the way, don't worry. It doesn't mean I'm quitting doing this anytime soon. I love it. I love it. But I know realistically, how long can I do this? I can't do this forever. She has a point. What could I do? Maybe another 10 years? Top 15 tops? Would people care when I'm 50 years old playing fucking video games? You know what I mean? And not to say that I couldn't try to diversify and do other things with my streaming. But I certainly don't think that it's going to be something people are going to want to tune into when I'm an older dude. You know, it's a younger generation. You know, they're not going to want to see me doing that stuff when I'm older. The first thing I can tell you, salt. That's all I can taste is salt. So in reality, I'm a loser. What she's basically saying is that I need to not quit what I do, but I do in the long term need to figure out what else am I going to do. And she's right. I agree with her after thinking about it. Being completely honest with everyone. What I need to kind of do is get myself to a financial situation where I don't have to work all day on stream. Maybe where I can do like, all right, my finances are in a situation where now I don't owe so much that I have to literally make a ridiculous amount of money to pay the minimum payments on everything. And so that way I can stream less and I can maybe go get a job. That's an entry-level job that pays less than what I make streaming, but it won't matter because I won't owe all this debt to everyone and I won't need to make that much money anymore. You see what I mean? This is the only reason. Big money. Money. But that's not a short-term thing. There's no overnight fix to you owe less money to the world. You see what I mean? So this is something that's going to come in time. Where maybe, you know, again, maybe within 10 years, I can fix things financially behind the scenes where I'm not bleeding every month financially. And I can stream less and I can go get another job and balance my life with that. And not to say, again, I don't want to quit doing this. I will do this as long as it's within my power, guys. I will stream and share my daily gameplay and just fun experiences and interactions with you guys as long as I can, as long as people care. But I need you to help support everything, all right? Nothing's forever. Nothing lasts forever. And my mom's right. She's like, you know, you're going to be our age. How are you going to be fucking doing this at 60? Look at us. We could barely move. And you're going to be doing this at 60? You're out of your mind. And she's right. So basically, I think that's what it's going to be is in the next 10 years or so, once I finally get myself in a situation where financially it's not so bad, I'm going to look to get another job of some sort. And, you know, it's going to be work because I've been out of the job market for 10 years almost. And it's going to be probably another 10 years. You know what I mean? Before I can make those changes, but I'm going to have to. Okay? The other thing is,
Just give me money.
and my mom's absolutely right, she says, you just can't keep doing what you're doing anymore. Like, if you literally cannot pay your bills, something's got to give. So, as afraid as I am of if I don't pay a certain thing, I'll ruin my credit or whatever, right? At this point, there's no alternative. You know what I mean? Like, basically, Kat and I sat down this week and talked a lot. And we were like, if I can't pay these taxes and we have to sell the house, what happens? Well, number one, we have to get another place, and my credit's not good. It's not. My credit's bad because I have so much outstanding debt. I doubt I would even qualify for a background check or whatever to get an apartment, or I definitely can't buy another house. No one's going to finance a mortgage for me. So it would have to be renting, and I don't even know if I would pass the renter's pack because my credit sucks. Okay? Feasibly, how would I move? I don't have money for it. I don't have money to move my stuff. I don't.
Let it go, let it go.
Worthless specimen, get that ass banned.
Who the fuck won't roll with us? Boy, don't get your coconut opened up. Never been no pussies, ain't no hoe in us. Wanna get into it, nigga, show us some.